How y'all doing? This Preacher Man R&B and just another movie reviews. This time I'm reviewing Born to Ride. Now this is an indie film. It's not a big name film. It's about these two bikers. And what happens is they're on their way to Sturgis. And while they're on their way to Sturgis, there's this old man, this old Vietnam veteran getting jumped by these two guys. So the bikers go and get them two guys off on them, but before they can stop this from happening, one of the guys stabs this Vietnam vet, and they get him to the hospital. And this Vietnam vet gives one of the guys, I think his name's Mike, this box, and he got some money and his medallion and a picture of him, and he asked him to take this to his daughter because his grandson's in real bad shape and he needs this money. So Mike tells this Vietnam vet that he'll deliver to his daughter personally. So they leave off for Sturgis, and on the way to Sturgis they go to this little biker town, and meet up with some friends. Well, while all this is happening, there's these two brothers. One works in a hotel and one is kind of a tech guy. And what happens is the hotel guy blackmails all these people, and his brother puts cameras in, that way he can blackmail them and give them some money. Well, there's this senator coming to this hotel, so they set up the room with the cameras and stuff, and they get on tape the senator giving information to this thug, and the thug and his two associates giving this senator, I think, $2 million, I believe. And these brothers did this all on tape. Well, after this, the brother that works in the hotel calls the senator up, and the senator records the message and gives it to the thug. The thug gets his two hitmen to go after these two brothers, and they find the two brothers, and they down the one, they beat up the one who works in the hotel, and they find the other brother, and the other brother runs away to where the bikers are in this biker town. And the brother that's the tech guy puts the tape in the other biker's duffel bag. So after this, the other brother's trying to call the bikers up and trying to get the tape back. Then the hitman capture them and they kill these two brothers. Now the hitman's after the bikers. So the hitmen are going after the bikers, and the bikers trying to get Sturgis, and the bikers don't know nothing about it yet. And on the way to Sturgis, Mike stops off at his mama's house, and Mike finds out that his father was not really a Vietnam vet, that his father was a biker that got killed on a road trip. And the reason his mom said that his father was a Vietnam vet because she didn't want her dad to get mad and her out of the house, so she made up a story of the one that got her pregnant being this war hero. So then Mike finds out about this, and he's upset, so he leaves, and then comes back, and then they head off to Sturgis. Well, the hitmen are after them, they're behind them, and they're getting into all these mishaps. The car overheats in the desert, so they have to go to this Indian reservation where they're getting highballed for water, and they go put the water in the radiator, and they have a blowout. And they try to fix their car, and they're trying to pass this 18-wheeler, this woman 18-wheeler driver, and doing this, another 18-wheeler hits the brakes, and they slam into that 18-wheeler, and then the other truckers beat up the two hitmen, and then they ain't got a car. And they call their boss, who's the thug that's over all this, and he's mad, and he wants the two bikers caught, and he wants that tape found and the two bikers killed. So the hitmen go after the bikers, and on the way to Sturgis, they pick up this hitchhiker, and they go off, and they do their own thing, and then they head to Sturgis. And hitmen finally they really don't, it makes it look like they hitch up to him, but Mike tells a lie during the story, and what really happens is Mike gives the tapes of the cops, and then after the interview that he's having in the beginning of the movie, he tells what happens with the woman and her father, and they give the money to the woman, and then we find out that they don't go to Sturgis, and then at the end of the movie they're going to Sturgis the next year, and that's basically all that happened in this movie. It's a little indie film. It was kind of confusing when we were watching it, but that's all I got. If y'all ever watched Born to Ride, what do y'all think about it? As always, it's Pusherman. I'll be signing out, and look for me to review The Longest Yard next. So y'all be looking for that. God is good, Jesus is awesome. See ya.